y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna do story time about the reason why I hate Halloween weekend. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Fire. Hey y'all, so y'all like my hair? It's cute. Yeah, I know it's cute. My hair look big as shit, but whatever. You like my jacket? This is my man jacket. But anyway, so I'm gonna tell y'all a story of why I hate Halloween weekend. It was the worst weekend of my life. It was a weekend that I lost my brother. The last weekend I actually got to spend time with my brother. But yeah, I'm gonna put y'all on to the story. Stay tuned. So let me tell you a story. I was staying in the Rangel, and it was me, my sisters, my brothers, and a couple friends or whatever. And we was all chilling, hanging out. We went trick-or-treating or whatever. And my brother went to a party. Well, we came back home. We went to a party or whatever. And we was chilling or whatever. And he came back home like 2 o'clock in the morning. So when he came home, he got in trouble. He was on punishment because he wasn't supposed to be out that late or whatever. So he was on punishment. My parents told him that he couldn't go nowhere. And, you know, boys don't listen. They want to do what they want to do. So, I remember, my parents was arguing that day. And, they told my brother, don't leave the house. And he did. I remember my brother left the house, and then he came back. He was somewhere with his homeboys. I don't know where they went. He came back, and he said to me was, "Sade, where's your jacket?" This is the last thing my brother ever said to me, and he just never came back after that. So he asked me where my jacket was, and I told him, I remember this like yesterday. It's been 11 years. I remember I asked him, I said, I don't know why. He was like, oh, I just need it. So I helped him look for it. I gave it to him. So I found the jacket, I gave it to him. He left out the house. It was like 30 minutes. Man, I wish I would have knew what he was going to go do before he left the house, because it would have just changed everything. But my brother left the house. It was like 30 minutes. My parents was arguing or whatever. And the boys he was with came back to the house and was like, Taz got shot. Those was words that I was not expecting. They lied and told us it was a drive-by, but it was like right down the street from my house, like right around the corner. I don't recall hearing any type of gunshots or whatever. It was like right down the street or whatever. So I went and banged on the door and told my parents, and they came out running, was like, what's going on? What happened? So they ran over there where my brother was. Come to find out that it was not a drive-by. They was robbing the house. They was robbing the house, which is wrong. I do not agree on it, but the situation that happened, I feel like it could have been prevented, and my brother probably could have still been alive today. So they was robbing the house or whatever, and I guess my brother seen the man in the house, so he told the other boys like to go, like they was all running out the house, whatever. So my brother was the last one out the house, and the man saw him, and the man started shooting at my brother. He started shooting at him. So he shot him, I think 2 or 3 times. He shot him one time in the groin and one time in the butt. So my thing is, I understand you shouldn't be robbing nobody in their house, blah blah blah. But if they running from you, like at least show a warning sign, like shoot in the air, like they're not harming you. That like they wasn't coming at you, they was running out the window. So my brother was running out the window, and the man kept shooting at him as he was jumping out the window, like aiming at him, shooting at him. So he shot him in the groin and he shot him in the butt as my brother was jumping out the window. And my brother made it out the house. He jumped over the fence and he passed out on the floor outside or whatever. They called the police, they called it ambulance, all that stuff. So he was laying out there for about 2 hours. They told us that he was okay, but he had to get transferred to the hospital. So he got transferred to Jackson North. I think that's what he went to Jackson North, and he was in. This was November 1st. He was in the hospital for 4 days. Yeah, he was in the hospital for 4 days, and the doctors kept saying he was okay or whatever. So he was going through surgery. We went to my grandma's house. Well, my grandma had died that year too. So 2010 was a horrible year for me. We went to my grandma's house and my grandpa was there, and my dad was letting us know what was happening. He kept us posted or whatever. So we couldn't go to the hospital. I guess my parents didn't want to see him like that because he had tubes all in his throat and he was all swollen and all this stuff or whatever. And they didn't want us to see him like that. So, I mean, that's understandable or whatever, but I wish we would have saw him. So my dad came to the house and was telling us like what was going on or whatever. And my dad told me that my brother, this was the day before he died, he was asking the doctors for my dad and my mom, and he wrote a note and said, he told my dad, he said, tell my dad I love him. So, I'm assuming that he knew he was gonna go. So my dad got the letter eliminated or whatever. So, so he wrote the note or whatever, and my dad saw it. My dad saw it and he told me what he said, and so the day before he died, he was fine. That's when he wrote the note. He was fine. Yeah, so my parents was there with him talking to him or whatever. He was moving. So he had surgery. The day that he died, he had surgery. And my parents went outside to go pray for him. And after he got out of surgery, they took him in. My parents was outside praying for him. And as my parents was praying for him, the doctors came out and said that he died. My dad called me crying. I never seen my dad cry. Never seen my dad cry like that before. Like, it hurt me so bad. Like, so bad. And me and my brother was like this. It hurt me so bad to hear my dad cry like that. He was so hurt because that was his first boy. It hurt bad because I wish I would have knew what he was going to do, but I know I can't change it. He was wrong for doing what he was doing. I don't condone it, but I just wish it would have turned out a different way. Yeah, I lost my brother due to something so stupid, you know, hanging around trying to be, you know, trying to show somebody he's not soft or whatever. But yeah, moral of the story, that's why I hate Halloween weekend. Shit, I hate Halloween period. I just wish things would have went a different way and not the way that it did go, cause he probably would have still been alive today. His death really took a toll on my family. Like, everybody's not the same. I feel like we all should have got therapy after he died, but it was just, we all just split up, and my parents got divorced after my brother died. So it was just horrible. Like, it was so horrible. Yeah, I just wish things would went different, but I mean, I guess he in a better place. I guess he in a better place. I just wish things would have been different, you know. But yeah, y'all. That's my story for today. Y'all subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what y'all want to see. Sorry I got emotional, but this is a touchy story for me. That shit hurt. I wish it would have turned out different, but it is what it is. I learned to cope to it and deal with it. I mean, I'll never get over it, but I cope to it and ease the pain. Fire.